Hi, my name is January, and this is my ED video for our project. Um, so, first things first, the purpose of the project was to apply leadership strategies and coaching techniques to support another individual's development and mentoring. So, it was a mentoring. This report summarizes the observed changes, the effectiveness of different leadership strategies, the development of my working relationship, and the most important lessons that I learned from this experience. So, the answer to question one, at the beginning of the project, I we created a fictitious name, and I went with the name my son was supposed to be named, which is Declan. But I mentored my son Devin as my subject because although he is very capable in healthcare, he stepped away from nursing school and seemed to be uncertain about his future. My goal was to motivate and support him as he explored his next steps. Throughout the project, I did not observe a major change in his ability. He already demonstrated strong skills in his work. However, the most noticeable changes was the approach to supporting him. Initially, I focused on encouraging him to move forward and make decisions. Over time, I realized performance depends not only on ability, but also motivation, confidence, and the feeling that he is supported. Through a result, I shifted from trying to push him towards a decision to just simply providing support, encouragement, and the space to let him reflect on his goals. This change allowed him to feel more confident and less pressured, which I believe was more beneficial overall. The effective and ineffective leadership strategies, I would say it proved more effective to be supportive, encourage, and give positive feedback, being approachable, listening actively, and showing understanding help to build the trust and foster the more positive environment. So, the coaching techniques that I used were pretty effective. Strategies is building supportive relationship, offering praise and recognition, avoiding the blame and focusing on the behavior rather than the person. That contributed to a more respectful and productive dynamic. These approaches reinforced positive behaviors and encouraged growth. So, with the motivation strategies, it was more towards goal setting and positive reinforcement. That played an important role, helping Devin recognize his strengths and understanding his efforts and just trying to build up his confidence. He's kind of like his mom in that aspect. He second guesses himself a lot. And he overthinks every situation. Go figure. Um, so the work relationship between me and Devin, it improved significantly. I mean, it was great to begin with. But in the beginning, he kind of approached the situation, a little hesitant, but then he got, back on track. Over time, I shifted my focus on directing his decisions to understanding his perspective and just supporting him, kind of letting him do his own thing after I delegated tasks. This changed and strengthened our relationship. It built the trust and it reduced the pressure. I became more patient with him and listened more effectively, and I tried to avoid, jumping to solutions. Instead, I let him express his thoughts and what works for him and let him make his own decisions. And then the result was the work relationship became more positive and supportive. So, the question number 4, one of the most important lessons I learned in that leadership is a skill that can be developed over time. It requires communication, motivation, adaptability, and understanding others. Another key lesson that I have learned was supportive leadership. People often perform better when they feel encouraged and supported rather than controlled and micromanaged. Guiding while allowing independence can build confidence and improve performance. I also learned motivation varies person to person. I didn't necessarily learn that because I've seen it over time, many, many, many years. As you can see, I'm filming from the medication room in between med passes. So believe me, I understand motivation varies from person to person. Also, understanding what drives a person is essential to effective leadership. By recognizing individuals' needs and adjusting my approach, I was able to support the development more effectively. Finally, I would say I learned respect and communication is key, especially communication. It's absolute key. Um, I understand more than anybody, poor leadership can create stress and lower the morale, which effective leadership builds trust, confidence, and strong relationships. And hopefully, it gets people to start coming to work. So I am so proud of my son. He completely took charge of the situation after he got comfortable, and he's always done really good with residents. By the end of this, he's still completely undecided as to what in the healthcare, but healthcare is where he's at. So he's a lot like his mama. So, other than that, I really hope I answered all the questions. I know we weren't supposed to overthink it and just kind of tell a story, but I only have 5 to 7 minutes and I've already gone over. I could pretty much talk forever on how proud I am of my son and how fun it was to do the mentoring project. I've been working with him in healthcare since he was in 11th grade and he graduated in 2024 and he will be 20 in 4 days. So watching him blossom in the healthcare field has been great for me. Thanks for your time. Bye.